Hi, this is Asing. You are now watching Asing Excel TV. Today we'd like to show how to create message box with conditions. Consider I would like to allow the user to unhide the contact number when they provide a correct password. Let's go to the Developer tab and click on Visual Basic. I will write the code in this current sheet, that is sheet 1. Let's double click it. From the list of objects, select Worksheet. Make sure we are using the selection change procedure. The first thing we have to do is to check whether the user selected a contact number. To do so, let's make use of if statement together with the intersect function to check if any cell under column C is selected. I will make use of the target variable and compare with the desired range. For this case, it's column C. Remember to type within quotation marks, since this must be in terms of string. Closing parenthesis to end range, closing parenthesis to end intersect. And what we have to do is to ensure that it's intersection. Unfortunately, we do not have a code called something, but we have nothing. To make nothing become something, in front of intersect add not. If this is the case, then we can make use of a message box to check for the action that's going to be taken by the user. We need a dummy, let's say A, and we set equal to the message box, opening parenthesis. If you wish to provide message, type within quotation marks, since this must be in terms of string. For example, a password is required to view the content, comma, and the types of buttons we need. For example, I would like to have VB, OK, and the cancel button. And let's say we will wish to show the exclamation icon, then we should use a plus sign or make use of the OR operator before we use the VB exclamation mark, comma. If let's say we wish to provide title, then type it here. For example, action required, also within quotation marks, closing parenthesis. With this A value, we can now check for the user's action. If A is equal to VB OK, in other words, the users click on the OK button, then I would ask for the password. To do so, we need input box. Let's create another dummy called B, and we set equal to the input box, opening parenthesis, provide message if needed. For example, I will simply type password, also within quotation marks, closing parenthesis. And now with this B, we can write the condition. If B is equal to the correct password, for example, I let the password be 123, type within quotation marks, then I would unhide the number. So we have to first select the range. For this case, it's column C. Also type within quotation marks. And I'm going to make use of the number format, and I would reset this format. For example, back to general. Also type within quotation marks. Otherwise, which means that the user provide wrong password, then I would prompt another message box with dummy C. So this message box would tell the user that the password provided is wrong, comma. This time I will allow the user either to retry or cancel with the VB critical icon, closing parenthesis. With this dummy C, let's create another condition. If C is equal to VB retry, then instead of retyping the code again, I will make use of the code that I have typed previously, since this would a repeated process. I should back to the input box. Therefore, let's label this line. For example, I call this line 1. Then if the user click on retry, then I would go back to line 1. Start with if. Of course, we have to end with if. Start with if, end with if. Since we have 4 if statements, which means that we need 4 and if. And the coding part is now done. Let's back to the spreadsheet to see the result. If I click on any cell under column C, I will receive the message box. If I click on OK, Excel will ask for password. An awkward moment we can see here is, although the number here is hidden, but we are able to read the number from the formula bar. To avoid this, let's back to the coding part. Before the message box is shown, we can make use of the application .display formula bar and we set equal to false in order to hide it. In addition, we should not show the message box if the user click on the header of column C. Therefore, after nothing, we should add another condition by using an operator. That is, the number format of the target cell must not equal to general. And after the user provided the correct password, we should make sure that formula bar is no longer hidden. Let's set back to true. Let's back to the spreadsheet and try again. So whenever we selected any cell under column C, the formula bar is hidden and we should receive the message box with the selected icon. If we click on cancel, nothing happened. So select the header, nothing happened. Whenever we selected hidden contact numbers, we receive the message box. And let's say we try on OK and Excel will ask for password. Provide wrong password. Click on OK. And we would be able to try it again. This time, let's try for correct password. Click on OK and all the numbers are now shown. Besides, if I wish to hide all these numbers before closing the workbook, let's back to Visual Basic. This time, we should use this workbook. From the list of objects, select workbook. From the list of procedures, make use of before close procedure. Delete the unwanted procedure if needed. And now let's type the code. I will first check whether the contact number is hidden. Let's make use of condition if the sheet that we need, that is sheet 1, simply pick a range with the contact numbers. For example, the cell C2. And now let's check for the number format. If let's say it is equal to general, then ask the user whether to hide the password. Again, we need a dummy, let's say A, and set equal to the message box, opening parenthesis, provide message if needed, for example, hide password, also within quotation marks, comma. This time I would need VB yes no button and also the question mark icon. So let's make use of VB question, comma, provide title if needed, let's say action required, also within quotation marks, closing parenthesis, and we can now write condition based on the action taken by the user. Let's check with the dummy A. If A is equal to VB yes, then we should hide password, which is the cells on sheet 1. I would use range again for column C. Let's set the number format according to our preferences. Type within quotation marks, and this must be in terms of string. The contact numbers are presented in text form. Thus, I will make sure the fourth component of the number format is formatted according to what I need. Remember, we need the format to be presented within quotation marks. So type the format here. If we type the format in this way, when we press on enter, that is an error because we start with quotation. Once we provide quotation, which means that this statement is ended. In order to type quotations within string, we need double quotes. So add another quotation before the string that we need and a quotation mark after the string that we need. Don't forget to end this entire format with quotation mark. Of course, we should not hide the headers. Therefore, let's set sheet1.range, the header that is C1 with number format be equal to general. Start with if and with if, another if and another if. And I would simply select a cell other than the cells that are under column C. For example, range A1.select. And don't forget to save this workbook. So we have this workbook.save, and the coding part is now done. Let's back to the spreadsheet. So whenever the contact numbers are not hidden, when we click on close, Excel will ask us whether to hide the password. If we click on yes, hidden, and close, reopen again, all the contact numbers are hidden. So back to the selection change procedure. Whenever we select a cell with hidden number, formula bar hidden, and Excel asks for password. Click on OK, provide the correct password. Click on OK. All the numbers are shown as we can see here. Okay, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you like this. See you.